Let's start by creating the base of the model. First, I'm blocking in the basic shapes, already keeping in mind the gesture of the character. I'm also checking the reference from various angles. When I was happy with the blocking, I went into sculpting, trying to define the forms the best that I can. This process took few hours at least, so we're gonna speed it up. Now we've got something that actually looks like Goku. I'm pretty happy with the result, so I guess we can keep going. Retopology, everybody's favorite, but I don't think we need the industry standard level here. That's why I've used free retopology tool called Instant Meshes. It lets you determine the flow of edge loops by sketching direction lines on the model. Probably could do better at this stage, but there's still so many things to do, so let's go. Now another lifesaver. Thanks to Akirig, I've saved lots of time. Similar to Mixamo, all you've got to do is drag points on specific joints of the body and the software will do the rest. For the animation, I really wanted to try Cascadeur. After messing around a bit, I've realized that the autophysics function works best with stuff like running, jumping, and not really when your character stands in one place. Still, I'm pretty happy with the result.
Making the model of Kama House was probably the most relaxing stage of the whole process. I didn't really care that much about topology or UV mapping. The whole thing was supposed to be cel shaded, so I didn't trouble myself with complex shaders and texturing. The main goal was to get the shapes and proportion right. At this moment the environment still seemed a bit dead, so it was a great time to start working on foliage. Instead of making every grass strand separately, I painted a few variations of grass groups in Photoshop, and then I just used that in Particle System to make an oval shaped grass field, which then was just used as an instance and duplicated around the scene. It's a great way to save memory in your project. I found a great tutorial by Lightning Boy Studio how to create a Ghibli style bushes and trees in Blender. I really suggest checking his channel. He's got some amazing tips on cel shading and creating cartoon looking scenes in Blender. It took me a lot of time to figure out how to make the water the way I wanted. I started over probably 5 times, and it was really the most challenging aspect of the whole project for me. It was a lot of trial and error. I messed with different shaders and experimented with some crazy ideas. Finally, I settled on making a spherical water shape, which then was displaced with lattice modifier. To better connect the water with the ground, I made a simple foam piece which was animated with a displace modifier and a noise texture. For the big splash of water at the beginning, I used a particle system that started with a capsule object as a source. Then I combined all those particles into one big organic shape.
I've sketched the face with grease pencil, and then I've added few different frames to make the animation of the mouth. I wanted to make a shot with just the arms visible. Unfortunately, the rig had its flaws, so I had to hide everything that got in the way and then bring the arms closer together. The scene, character and the animations are done. Now we need some visual effects. Kamehameha is just a cylinder with animated wave texture and 2 planes with animated Voronoi textures. Later I'm gonna use that black and white footage as a mask in After Effects to make the final effect. To make the final shot a little bit more dynamic, I've added the speedlines effect. Then I've added a color gradient to make it fit the environment. I've also added a secondary black speedlines layer. Now the final touches. I'm adding more pulsing effects, light streaks when Goku charges his beam. Then I'm adding some glow effects, noise, and compositing it all together. And after all of that, we can enjoy the final video.